Welcome to our GoTab gift cards webinar. Just as an administrative aside, and as I already mentioned, everyone's going to be on mute during the main presentation by Tim. You'll be able to type any questions you have into the chat, which Gerard and I will be answering in live time. And there will be plenty of dedicated time at the end of the presentation for you to raise your hand, and we will be calling on you. You can unmute your mic at that point, and we'll answer your questions. Just so everyone knows, this webinar is being recorded, so if you have to step aside early, don't worry at all. We'll be sending that out to all of our partners at the end of the call. At this time, I do want to introduce the presenters for today. We have our Director of Engineering, Alex Marion, our Director of Operations, Gerard Hampton, and of course, our CEO, Tim. So with that, I will pass it off to
Thanks, Wes. I'm going to show my screen real quick if Zoom will agree with me. But in a moment, I want to show you something we've been working on for a while. Alex has done some wonderful work with the team on allowing more tender types. So what we're going to show today is the gift card functionality that is built into GoTab. It does not cost anything. It adds a ton of different features. This, just for a reminder, this is a digital only gift card. There is no physical gift card being given to the guest, and it will do a couple of basic things. This feature set also does allow a couple of other things, which is we're going to allow third-party gift cards. So there are two other gift cards immediately on the dock for us to integrate, which are most likely going to be GiveX and ValueTech. So if you are on one of those platforms already and you have that integrated with your POS, then those will be available in the future. Although what we're showing today is available currently within the GoTab environment. And a reminder, this is not a physical gift card. This is a digital gift card, which is actually a heck of a lot easier to fulfill for you. So hopefully you can see my screen. I just want to cover a couple quick questions to hopefully save Alex from answering these questions during the demo.
Hey, Tim, let me just interrupt you right there 1 sec. I cannot see your screen. I don't believe Wes can either.
There, did it kick out?
I think you're on the wrong
Yeah, wait,
display, maybe.
Paused.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Cool. So as I mentioned, there are no merchant fees. This is included within the GoTab platform, so you won't be paying anything for the gift card. Our intent with gift cards is to continue our efforts to bring down your processing and operating costs. So with the GoTab gift card functionality, you won't be paying anything for it. You won't be paying for redemption. You will not be paying for issuance of those cards. Cards is kind of funny because there is no card, but of those accounts, if you will. It is merchant managed, meaning that any compliance that you have to adhere to from a state level or federal level or even a regional level is up to you. We are not administering them from a compliance perspective. We have some larger operators who have asked if we will do that. And in the future, I could see GoTab taking on that responsibility. But everything we're talking here today is about you taking the money into your business, holding on your books, and then recognizing the revenue when in fact the sale occurs. So things like escheatment, if you're subject to that within your state, is really something you need to worry about, not something we will do. And non-use fees, if you are allowed to incur non-use fees against the cardholder, we will make it so that you can administer those and reduce the value of the card. Another feature that those of you who have multiple locations, especially if you're in a franchise model and you have one place where you buy a card and issue it and you redeem the card at another location, there will be interlocation transfers. Again, a more complex scenario, most appropriate for franchise models where one owner owns one unit and another owner owns another unit, but they're both operating under the same brand. Another one to highlight is that sales will be mapped to the liabilities accounts. As we talked about in the accounting webinar, I think 3 weeks ago now, you map your products into your chart of accounts in your accounting package, whatever that may be, or even just exporting from GoTab. And the redemptions will be booked into the respective sales accounts. Sorry, this is all bookkeeping stuff. But it is important to understand that gift cards does have some pretty substantial obligations in terms of accounting to make sure we're doing that all properly. But essentially, this is how GoTab is going to do gift cards to make sure that we're attending to those details. Gift cards, of course, are not taxable, and redemption is taxable. And then lastly, which Alex will demonstrate, cards are transferable. With that, I can either walk through some of the ideas that we're looking at using these for some of our operators are, or we could walk through a demo and then maybe come back to that. With that, I think maybe it might be best to jump to the demo, Alex, if you're ready, and then we can come back to this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let me stop sharing my screen, and then you can take over.
All right. All right, so the first thing that I'm going to walk you through is how to actually create a gift card program. We are just on the GoTab Demo Cafe site. So we've added a new dashboard called Processors. These will have more uses later, things like house accounts, and as Tim mentioned, other gift card programs. But for now, it's really just for creating different programs. So at the bottom, you'll see an Add Processor button. Again, a lot of this stuff is for future features. So the only gateway is what we call it internally that you can select right now is internal, which is basically a gift card program. You'll see this little preview of what your gift card will look like. Let's name this webinar gift card program. And then you have to basically select a product. So I have set up in our product catalog a product called Webinar Gift Card. I actually need to add options to this, but you basically the price that you give to this product and the price that the consumer purchases the product for is the amount or balance that's added to their gift card. These products must have a tax rate of 0%. Gift cards are non-taxable. So when you go through this process, it will force you to select a product that has 0%. So for now, I'm just going to make this 10, just to make our lives a little bit easier. But in the future, as you saw there, you can basically set different value levels via options. So if I wanted this to be $10 to $100, I could set different options for different gift card values. So back over here, I will select, and you can search for any product. My product happens to be called gift card. These are both selectable. If I were trying to select a different product, you can see I actually cannot select any of these that have a tax rate associated to them. So you'll also notice the image applied to this gift card is the image that is selected for the product. So all of that configuration still happens on the product's dashboard. So I will go ahead and save this, and I now have our new gift card program. You can view different accounts in here. You can change which product is currently assigned as the purchasing product. This links directly to the product in case you want to change the name or reconfigure or whatever you'd like to do. This is also where you would set up your revenue account. So you would assign this to your liability account. All right, so in order to actually purchase a gift card as a customer, we just do that directly through the site as if we were purchasing any other product. So here's our webinar gift card. Right now it's only for $10. Again, that value is editable. So let's review my order. And you can see there is no tax applied. The GoTab fee is the only thing that is applied here when I'm purchasing a gift card. All right, and I have now paid for that gift card. So you'll see on the receipt, I can view my gift card, which would bring me to this page that I have open in another window. And you can see this gift card is now on my account that I just purchased. I have the option to merge this gift card. Let's say I have multiple gift cards from the same program. I can merge them to increase their value, or I can transfer them and send them to another user. So if I want to transfer this gift card, I can either show a QR code or send this link to somebody, and that will basically add the card to their account and remove it from my account. In terms of transacting with a gift card, basically you would do what you just saw on my account, which is when I go to switch cards, the gift card now appears in my card selection. You'll see this actually, the product that I ordered exceeds the balance of my gift card, so I can't currently pay for it. But if I reduce my tip and this now falls below my $10 limit, I can now select this gift card and pay with it. And that is pretty much how gift cards work.
There's a bunch of other stuff coming. I think the core thing we wanted to get out with this release was just the ability to purchase gift cards. We obviously don't foresee a ton of gift card redemption. Alex, I don't know if you mind showing the link. So in particular, relate to gifting a gift card, since that's what they're called. You essentially can show the link, which we expect people will drop into an email or a text message to whoever they might want to send this to in whatever way they might want to. So when they get the receipt or they want to do a transfer, they can hit the link there and copy that to their clipboard, paste it into an email, and send it to their friend or family that they might want to do.
Right. So I could either choose to show this this QR code, which if somebody was standing right next to me, they could then scan this and claim this balance. Or I can copy this link and I can send this to Tim or whoever else.
Yeah, do we want to be so bold as me trying to receive it and see?
Yeah, sure. In fact, I can show the QR code and whoever's fastest can claim my $1.28.
Yeah, you could drop it in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, here, I'll send this to you in the chat.
And guys, just to jump in here for a second, I do see a quick question on the chat from Kent over at Braylock. He's asking if a customer can split payment with a gift card and a credit card. And he's also interested to see if there's a GoTab fee when the card is redeemed, as well as when they purchase the card. So are there fees on both ends or just on one side?
Yeah, so that's a great question. There is no fee for the use of a gift card currently. So that's only on the purchase side, not on the redemption side. Split pay, we have not expanded that functionality. So right now you can use a gift card to purchase or for a partial payment on an open tab only. If you are placing a single order, you still have to pay for the entire order with a single payment method, but we are actively working on that as another feature.
Yeah, I do want to clarify when Alex says there's no fee, there's no merchant fee. There is a guest fee, although we have not finalized what that number is. We don't expect it to be the same because the problem is the transactions and orders cost us money just in terms of operating. So we expect it'll be lower and probably won't even incorporate a percentage. So it'll be a fixed amount like 10 cents, 15 cents or something like that per order. We haven't finalized that. There won't be any additional fees for the merchant. For the consumer, there would be a fee, a nominal fee for use against the gift card. And we're, like I said, we have to figure out a way so that we can operate all this. The same would apply for other gift cards, although they already have fees loaded in. So we will not be charging a fee on top of their fee. So did anybody click that? I guess I can click it.
I sent that to you.
And then I can pull that up if someone wants to see it in my account.
Stop sharing so that you can share.
It's not letting me, it's not following the link in the chat. So one of the things I want to go ahead and let me share my screen while I can figure out if I can pull that link or not.
Oh, I think you have to double click on that.
Is that why? Because yeah, it's not coming from the chat's not actually kicking off the browser.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll go over this and then I can go back and see if I can show the transfer process. So very quickly, I wanted to touch on use cases. Obviously, we all know that from a cash perspective, the cash is in the operator's pocket. That would remain true because you would be paid with a credit card. You would get your next day funding, all the same as you would with any other gift card product. You would, of course, have to deal with the fact that that's now a liability on your books and it will be recorded as such. It's not obviously earned revenue. The biggest benefit that you will see if you do any research into gift cards is guests do spend more when they use gift cards, because in many cases it's not their money in some psychological sense, and they can go ahead and splurge a little bit more. There are some other really interesting opportunities, which I think Kent maybe was getting at, which is you can reduce your transaction costs through the use of gift cards. And this is not only, this is where we need to strike the right balance, is it will certainly reduce your transaction costs depending on your check average. So if your check average, say, is a coffee shop and your check average is $5, your effective credit card processing rate may be 6-7%. Those of you who are lucky enough not to have $5 transactions occur, more power to you. But if your check average is $5, that's an expensive credit card processing cost. And that's something that we've tried 100 ways to fix, but there is no good way to fix it with card not present. Gift cards were always intended by us to be a way to reduce those costs. And what they do is, because you're no longer transacting at that 30 cent or 25 cents per payment transaction cost, that essentially goes away. So you can do a $50 gift card. That means that all of your $5 beer or coffee sales will be transacted effectively at a 3% transaction cost. That's why the Starbucks card and the Starbucks app is so heavily pushed, is that's a way to reduce the credit card processing costs for Starbucks. The second one is providing a membership functionality. I don't know which of you are using Segments, but Segments are a really interesting option where you can provide exclusive menus. Also, those of you who are using the menus functionality, you can do a really cool combination where you buy a membership, and we've seen this before, where you buy a membership into some sort of status like a mug club or platinum or whatever, and then you'd get access to limited menus or products that may not have as much inventory for guests to have that exclusive experience. And then the last one's a pretty interesting scenario that, again, is kind of unique to GoTab, which is, you could imagine a scenario where you're incentivizing not only the gift purchase with a free value, but you're also incentivizing the guest to come in a low business time. So imagine a scenario where you sold a $100 gift card and you gave a free burger during lunchtime, which may be your slower time, and that might be a $12 value. Obviously, we can work out the costs on that. You're pulling the revenue forward for the gift card, and you're bringing your guest in on a time that otherwise you might not be able to get them to come in. So it's kind of a double win. They can transfer the $100 gift card away as a gift and maybe keep the coupon for the free burger. So it's a pretty cool use of functionality to kind of be a double win from a sales perspective. With that, I'm going to go ahead and stop on kind of the capabilities and see if there are any more questions.
All right, there are no active questions, but I will let everyone know that you are welcome to hit the raise hand button and we will unmute you and you can ask a question for the whole group. Actually, as I was speaking, I did get a new question in here from Alexis. She says, if we have a higher pre-authorization set for open tabs, will there be any issues with the gift card being declined due to prior authorization on the same business day?
Right now, authorizations for open tabs, so pre-auths as we call them, cannot be done through gift cards. So that's a credit card only function. And then payment can occur with the gift card, at which point the authorization on the credit card will be released.
Yeah, so essentially we're not going to put you out. We don't accept a gift card for opening a tab, I think is what.
Correct. We don't want to put you at risk of them not having the balance to pay because they don't have a credit card on file, and just allowing that with a gift card.
All right. Thank you, Alexis. And a question from Scott McCall. Do these expire?
That's Expiration is actually an administrative thing. It depends on your state as to if you're allowed to expire them. So I can tell you, I live in Virginia. Virginia does allow you to expire them. Actually, it may not allow you to expire them, but it does allow you to apply what are called dormancy fees or non-use fees. So what you can do is you can burn down the amount of the card over a period of time, or you can burn it down all at once. Again, look up your state regulations on what you can do, and you can apply those fees however you feel fit within the parameters of your state. Some states do not allow card expiration. So that basically means you are carrying the liability forever. And then potentially there is also a really obnoxious detail called escheatment, which means you have to submit the funds to the state should you never be able to, and some of those have constraints on when you have to submit them to the state. There are,
right, thanks.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, guys.
There are some ways to work around that. If you want more details, feel free to reach out.
All right, thank you. We're getting a couple more questions here. RM asks, can we check the customer's remaining balance or reload cards from the managerial side?
So you can see the customer's remaining balance. You will be able to check that, but you will not be able to reload a card from the management side. Reloading a card requires a purchase.
Yeah, so the way you would reload a card is you buy another card and you merge them.
All right, thank you, RM. From Christine Kim, when it comes to tips and autograts, will it be based off the amount before the gift card amount is applied?
Right now, they would not. No, it would be incorporated into the tips and autograt, and that's something we talked about internally, and that's non-standard.
Well, sorry, for purchasing a gift card, it is not included in autograt. So if your location has an autograt percentage, gift card value is left out of that calculation. It is included in the tip calculation for when the customer is defining their custom tip, but they can set that to whatever they want.
Yeah, I think that's something we were debating today, if that was the right behavior.
Yeah, we're still thinking through some of that.
All right, thank you for your question, Christine. Justin asks, it seems like a gift card can only be used for the exact amount or under. You said this is something you're working on. I asked for a further explanation. I think this is just clarification on that this can be applied to an open tab versus a single tab.
That's correct. So right now on a single tab order, you must have the balance available to cover your entire tab. We are working on the ability to basically apply different payment methods to that single order. But with open tab, you could basically pay down the rest of your balance on your gift card to zero and then pay the rest of that tab balance with a credit card or some other payment method.
Yeah, well, I'll re-say it, although he said it pretty clearly. Open tabs do allow the split payment currently. Non-open tabs, meaning a single order, don't. We are working on a group ordering feature, which would allow basically split payment on on what we would call pending tab. So that is coming, and that is why the two are kind of tied together. It's going to allow group ordering and most likely split payment of a pending tab, which would include like delivery and takeout.
Okay, we got one more here from RM. How do we handle refunds or service issues?
Refunds are handled normally. You can refund to a gift card as you would any other payment method. Refunding the purchase of a gift card is slightly more complex. We have disabled the ability to give an open refund when the purchase includes a gift card because we need to know which items or products you are refunding to and whether or not that includes the gift card so that we can remove the balance from the customer's account. And you cannot refund a gift card that has been partially or fully used.
Correct. So I'm gonna re-explain that too, because we've talked through this a couple of times. When you sell a gift card, that gift card will sit on somebody's accounts, some GoTab customers' accounts. They could transfer that card to their friend or their child or whoever. As long as that GoTab card, gift card has not started to be used for payment, meaning you never bought any food or drink or t-shirts with it, you could refund it. Once they spend $1 off of that gift card, it's no longer refundable from our perspective. It becomes rather insane if you're trying to figure out how to refund a $49 of a $50 gift card.
All right, awesome. We do not have any more questions. I see that we have a couple more minutes here. So if anyone has final questions, now's the time. You're obviously also welcome to reach out to your customer success rep for follow-up. And as I mentioned, this will be recorded if you missed the beginning or if you just want to review what was talked about.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say there was a good question in the chat earlier that I forgot to mention. This dashboard will be live for you later tonight and tomorrow morning. Your rep does have access to it right now, but you will be able to see it tonight or tomorrow morning.
One other thing is that selling gift cards is one way to do it. One of the unique features of GoTab is you actually could bundle a gift card along as a promotion. So if you wanted to, put a $10 gift card behind a transaction, you can do that as well, which is kind of a cool feature that's not available in systems where the two are disparate. So you could sell, say, $100 of an event and promote a $10 gift card to try to bring them back into the venue or bring them back for takeaway. So you can do exactly what number 5 is here, but do it in reverse, where you're selling a high value item and using a gift card to try to bring them back in. Although a coupon would be more cost effective, to be honest.
Part of the reason we decided to leave gift cards as fully featured products on your menu is because you can create these complicated scenarios. You could do something that was even like a gift card at a discounted rate, but only up to a certain quantity. So whoever buys them first gets that benefit. You can do all sorts of complicated things like that.
Awesome. I think we've got one last question we'll try to squeeze in here, and that's from Scott McCall. What is the gift card reporting going to look like?
So gift card reporting, we are still working on. Right now, the way it will appear is basically normally under your sales. So gift cards will be part of your product mix. And then the purchase of a gift card will appear under whatever revenue, whatever your liability revenue stream is that you have assigned to it. Purchases using a gift card, so redemption, appear as normal transactions.
Yeah, they'll show in the respective sales accounts as sales. So you'll recognize the revenue upon redemption.
All right. Well, maybe I will try to sneak in one more, guys. Apologies for for taking you over the time limit here. But Jeremy Barber asks a cool question. Can we do a gift card promo, such as buy $100 in gift cards and receive a $25 gift card for free?
You can. However, one thing you might want to consider, and that's a great idea, and in fact, that's kind of similar to number 5 here. You might consider giving a coupon rather than a gift card for the free item. And the reason for that is that gift cards are taxable as revenue, whereas a coupon is not taxable as revenue for you. So we are expanding the coupons functionality. You could do what you're talking about right now, Jeremy. The coupons functionality, there is a coupon functionality built in. There's going to be the ability for you to issue coupons as well very shortly, which the benefit of coupons is that it's not income for you, whereas a gift card is going to be income when it's
awesome.
redeemed.
And then apologies again, but I have a good question here, and it'll be the last one. But is there a way we can see gift card reportings to see who all open gift cards are, who owns them, and the balances that are remaining?
Yeah, so I can actually share my screen one more time here real quick. So we do have a better version of this in the works, but there is actually a view accounts button here that you will be able to see different accounts and balances and when they were created. So this will be all exportable and have some other useful functions, but yes, that is data that's available to you.
Yeah, the core thing we wanted to get out is the ability to transact and record everything properly. There is going to be a lot more coming out behind it.
All All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time today. As I mentioned multiple times, this will be recorded and sent to you guys after the call. If you do have follow-up questions that you think of later, please do not hesitate to reach out to either